What's up, everybody? It is the last pikeman here. So just forewarning, I've been drinking at a pool today, came back, and I'm gonna make this video. So if I start slurring my words or if I sound stupid, then that is why. So today we have a city defense going on here. The attackers are Macedon, Slugids, and Pergamon. The defenders are Sparta, Slugids, and oh man, I Saba maybe. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. Anyways, here is what we got going on. So, they're walking up their siege equipment, whatever their tortoises. So I'll give you layout of our defense. So obviously we're using Sparta to hold the choke points of every part of the area, right? Basically, I mean the main parts of the city. So we got the hoplites over here with Saba. If that's wrong, by the way, and I'm gonna say it wrong the whole video, then so be it. I just want you to know that. Anyways, we got these guys over here holding this flank. And by the way, this is my buddy Wapa Bipa. He's playing Sparta. Just a funny name. So yeah, so our kind of our plan, we'll let them have these, give them this tower, and we'll move our troops back here. You can see kind of that tower radius. We'll move our troops back here, hold these, crucial choke points. In this city, you can't actually walk down this main road here. I don't know if that was put in there for, the fairness of the game or whatever, but anyways, you can't. Over here, obviously, we're going to hold these two choke points right here. These are very, and this city, these are really, really common areas to defend. They're just good choke points to shoot arrows at, and you can't really get skirmished too well without getting out, like, skirmished back, basically. So they're good. Over here, we got Sparta here. I'm Slugids, by the way. We got Sparta here holding this, Slugids here, and I am holding this wall in anticipation of Pergamon pushing this eventually. Don't really know what their plan is, but they do have. Yep, I didn't notice this for a while. So they got 66 wall damage, 72 wall damage here. Wow, this happened faster than I thought. With our artillery. So yeah, so they're trying to break this down, and then I'll hold it. I got two Persian hoplite units that are very like kind of low tier. I upgraded them twice, so maybe they can hold something, but they're kind of just damage soakers. I don't really know a good term for it. Anyways, shoop. Yeah. So Macedon, however you prefer the English or Greek pronunciation of it. They're pushing this wall here. They got 4 tortoises. They're gonna push it, break open this wall, push in. I actually think that this is a good area to push because usually you go for this corner right here, like Slukic is doing right now. However, they can block you off here, and then fall back to these other choke points, which is fine. I mean, obviously they're bringing more tortoises. They gave him a lot of tortoises. I'm surprised. I mean, it's a 3v3. Anyways, I should have captured you guys or captured some of the siege or wall ballista shots because they were actually pretty good. They're coming in here. Waba Pipa, he got some of their archers. Let's see. Yeah, so about 9 out of this one, 4 out of that one. Okay, maybe that's it. But anyways, he was hitting him. I kind of feel like, and he was using the explosive rounds. Sometimes I feel like the explosive rounds just don't kill as many as they should. Sometimes I feel like those fire rounds, got a couple off of this one though. Those fire rounds are better because they trickle in and then they catch everyone on fire and they kill them. These guys aren't going out there. I don't know. But yeah. Magadon doing a good job of trying to block some of these arrow shots. These towers are getting hit heavily here. And yeah, so they're coming in. They got some Theros spears, hoplites, Theros spears. Let's see here, Thor. And then obviously a bunch of thorax swordsmen. So they're very common. Royal Peltis, not bad. Theros spears unit. Slukids breaking in the walls here. Bringing in, let's see here. So we got Theros spears and thorax swords. Yep, a lot of thorax swords. Very common with these like Greek factions, right? Or sorry, Seleucids are not Greek. But anyways, very common faction or troop type. So yeah, and I brought in a sword unit here. That's the Warwick swords unit to just kind of help out these hoplites in fighting. Like they're very tanky, right? But they don't do a whole lot of damage. I do a little bit more damage, and I pair very well with them. So we're gonna kind of hang out in here. Ooh, this would be a good thumbnail right here, actually. Oh, right on. Oh, what? And the wall falling? Wait, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I bet that'll be good. Yeah, so we're just exchanging javelins and such. So lost a couple units on the hoplites, but not much. And they soak up the damage much better. I mean, obviously these thorax sword units have lost much more here. Just getting in. And yeah. Yeah. So we're kind of starting the battle here. On the other side of the settlement, the city, I believe this city is Massilia, right? Massilia, I think. Anyways, they're kind of on the coast, right? And they're kind of northern Italy, like a little bit above Italy. So pretty nice city, you know, kind of a square city. Not bad. I mean, we could defend other areas in this city as well. There's a lot of choke points in here. However, you know, up here we get a good advantage. They can't go down this main road. We you know, you have to fight here. It just makes the most sense. So we're set up very well. And actually, so the 3 spears come in here. Wappa is going to move up his hoplites to just kind of stop them from throwing their spears, which is good. Because they're weaker if they're in melee combat, right? So like half of their damage or you know, whatever is due to their ability to throw those javelins, right? They're gonna get a lot of kills on those javelins, or if they're used right, they will. So yeah, in melee combat, so they're fresh, combat even, but these hoplites will probably win out eventually. And yeah, wow, this battle taken off so much quicker than I really remember it. Right here, sorry, I gotta move. Right here we got, you know, just 2 hoplite units. This thorax unit kind of made it kind of deep in there, but I got my thorax unit in there as well. They're active, they're fighting, they're winning. And then these 2 hoplite units. So we got to be careful because these hoplite units will eventually break. So if we don't have reinforcements here, when they break, then they'll flush in, or they'll rush in. Sorry, maybe that's a better word. And they'll get kills, you know, on us retreating and such. So got to be a little bit careful of that. But right now, you know, no worries. The start of the battle. We do have obviously 2 here at the Thorax sword unit. We can obviously flank out if we want to. Well, we can harass their archers or whatever. So Seleucids is taking it very slowly and conservatively, which they're doing very well. They're using all their Pila on us. And yeah, I think they're doing well so far. Pergamon, by the way, let me draw attention over here. I am, you know, predominantly set up to fight them here. And by the way, this is a big portion of the battle here. So look at this, 99% wall damage. They use their little ballistas over here, these Greek ballistas, to try and break this wall. I don't know if they retargeted something else. I don't think so. I think it was just inaccurate because he wasn't controlling it himself. Or maybe not. Maybe they're just inaccurate ballistas. But anyways, 99%. So not great there. And anyways, he didn't break the wall. So what I decided to do is put my hoplites up here on the wall. I asked Wappa to bring over one of his, you know, hoplite units. They're Spartan use, so they're cheap, but they're effective. I mean, they're kind of like my Persian hoplites. They're probably better. Let's see here, 53 melee defense. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. They feel better. We'll see. But anyways, yeah. Gonna hold it. Got another Persian hoplite unit over here. And when they finally push in, we are going to fight for the walls because they have to. And if I use my archers well, we win on the walls with minimal troops, right? So I got all these guys here set up. We got reinforcing swords here. We got the archers to move in place. We got swords here, my silver shields here. I mean, we're ready. We're ready to scrap. So nothing bad on that front. And then I can reinforce as needed if I see, you know, weak points starting to arise over here, because I'm not, you know, I'm fighting on the walls. Like I put a unit or 2 up there and they're good for, you know, 10 minutes or whatever, right? They fight forever. So And then, yeah, my Thorax Sword unit getting a little tired here. Hoplites still fresh. Awesome. Losing decisively, but they're paired with this sword unit. Hopefully, you know, they're doing a little bit better than they would be. We could push out here. We could push into the flanks of them right here. But, you know, we're just holding it. And that's what the Hoplites do. That's what Sparta's good at. That's why, you know, Sparta is insane on defense. Which, by the way, may be a cheese move. It may be. But, you know, you see people, what people are picking in the lobby, right, as you're trying to queue up. So, you know, they pick Sparta, you pick Rome, right? You know, whatever you need to think that you could beat them. So while it is a really, really good defensive pick, they could pick something else. I do think that possibly it is unfair to attack into Sparta. It does suck. I agree full-heartedly. But, well, I don't know. But, I guess, okay. But, if they wanted to, you know, they see Sparta here. They see Sparta here. The right choice would probably be run down this area and go pressure my guys here, right? We could move Sparta to reinforce. But I would probably be the weak link of this, and I do have reinforcing troops expecting maybe a possible flanking maneuver down this area right here, because, you know, are you gonna break through Sparta? I don't know, you know, it's kind of a time thing, really. So yeah, but I think Seleucids, you know, they're playing it very well, very patiently. Macedon also playing it very well, very patiently. They're skirmishing here. Saba is skirmishing against them as well. Where are they moving in here? Hoplites. So some mid-tier Hoplites, I believe. Yeah. And into the Royal Spartans, by the way, which, not bad. So 44 melee attack, 30 weapon damage, not bad at all. And exceptionally tanky. And I mean, crazy melee defense, right? So, they'll definitely beat those guys. Paired with the mercenaries, mass gat, I don't know, marauders. I probably didn't say that right, but have to assume, yeah, they're not horrible. A little low on the weapon damage, so maybe they're like mid tier. Maybe they're just like base tier. I don't really know Saba that well. I know they have like the royal. Let's see here. No, maybe not. Oh no, you know what? This guy brought all like these axemen. So, I'm not really super familiar. I don't know if their axemen are great. Sometimes they're horrible, sometimes they're good. Looks like they're charging them in here. Don't know if that is the move or not. Maybe they're expecting the Hoplites to follow. Oh, here we go. Here we go. They are following. Nice. Don't know why they funnel into this little point and then expand back out. Yeah, Rome 2, you know. I don't know. Awesome. I mean, look at this field of battle right here. This is sick. Really, really cool. I mean, just you know, Pila flying everywhere, people getting hit from the side, the front, the back. Probably not the back, hopefully. But I think that's a really, really cool scene right there. Awesome. And that's why I kind of like this game. Just like, you know, this isn't a city that people fight on super regularly. You know, like Carthage and Athena or Athens or whatever. You know, people fight on that really frequently. You know, like to mix it up and see new interactions and strategies. So I think this is really cool. And obviously they got these archers, these slingers. They're just pouring into these hoplites, trying to weaken them, right? Trying to soften them up. Getting a little bit of a flank right here too. Very good from the Macedon player. Because I don't know if these guys are that strong or what. But Saba did also bring, I wonder if I can show you. So what? Okay, Royal Guard. Where is their... Okay, here, chariots right here. Yeah, so they brought chariots, and then they brought 2 units of camels all the way over here. Yes, hidden. So they do, I imagine that they cost a bit of money, right? So they probably spent a little bit of money on that at least. Finally, they're pushing the walls over here at Pergamon. We did break one of their units. So these Agima, Agima, I don't know. Spears, so they're basically Theo spears. So they're gonna throw. They're gonna just shred you with spears, with hate. So we're gonna try and fight them on the walls. Put a Thorai sword unit up there, right? So everyone does really, really good on the walls. And I just put these archers here. I put them on auto fire because I assume they'll take the best shots that they have available to them. I don't know if that's true or not. Sometimes on the walls, like, you need to be further back to really get good shots. It's like a sweet zone. I don't know if I was quite in it. But anyways, yeah, so we're holding the walls. I got, you know, thorax swords up there. I'm moving in other units, silver shields. You know, Wappa is sending up the Spartan youths. So we got something going on here, and we're skirmishing down, right? I think we can hold this pretty well. They do also, by the way, Pergamon did bring 1, 2, 3, 4 units of cavalry, including one of those is his general. Sluk is still doing very well. I really think that they had a very methodical push here. They're pushing very methodically. They hit our second choke point here, which they were actually breaking a hoplite unit here. I, however, saw this happening, brought over a thorax sword unit or two, one of my archer units to skirmish down these guys right here. And we're gonna, yep, look, they already broke that hoplite unit. Boom, I'm here. Kind of get a good counter charge off so we don't lose too many guys. Yeah. So not bad at all. I mean, we're seeing this happening real time, and I'm going to bring in another silver shield, or maybe not another one, maybe my only other one. I only have 2 of these guys. We're going to bring in another reinforcing unit though, and I'm going to let him skirmish him down with Pila from the side, hit him in the flank here. I wonder if we can get a good shot of this. Hopefully they throw. Oh. Come on, throw these guys over here, please. I just let him sit here, so and then I went to micro somewhere else. So they're hitting the flanks. That's fine, but and they have 3 kills. Sometimes they do better than others. Maybe I should have moved them closer. Whatever. We got the archer fire coming in. It's really eating them up. How many kills do we have here? Okay, only 18. Only 18. Anyways, checking back in on this front here. So they did move in. Switch to this side. They did move in some pikes here. So that's a little dangerous, obviously, against my swords. I didn't notice it initially. Definitely move these guys in. They probably get eaten up. Oh, there we go. Hey, nice. Good job. Good micro. Good micro. Sometimes I see myself, I'm like, come on, man. Sometimes I see myself, I'm like, hey, good play. That's nice. I think they do have some Pila to throw. So I'm going to move them back here and try and just chuck some stuff at these pikemen. I think we're also going to try to, yep, moving the archers already to try and skirmish down this pike unit right here. I wonder if we can get a good shot of what's going on here. Actually, okay, instead we're getting skirmished with. But I want to switch over here real quick. So yeah, so our little initial battle didn't end so well. Obviously we have one of Saba's Mascat, I don't know. I really don't know. They're still fighting out there, but they largely have broken through this area. You know, we still have a Royal Spartan, which actually they're pretty solid. They have 161 kills already. That's insane. They're still out there fighting. They're trying to sally through. They don't, I mean, I think they know. Yeah, they don't see all of these troops, but they see a lot of them. We still have fighters over here, and we have towers and stuff. And guess what? We have camels. We have camels. So as they're trying to move in and secure these other zones with possibly, you know, too few of numbers, through spears, such, you know, things like that, we have these camels that can take advantage of hitting them on the flanks. Okay, cool. So they're gonna tie them up with 1 unit. Oh yeah, check out these camels. Let's see here. So we got 53. What happens here? I don't know. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, instantly breaking the archers down to, yep, 18 from 53. Great charge. Yeah, great charge. So yeah, they not sallied out. They went a little too far. They went a little too far from the support of their main unit, and they got hit with our cavalry. So not bad at all. And I assume, yeah, 110. Let's see how fast these guys crack. Yeah, oh my gosh, instantly. I mean, just getting shredded. Just getting shredded. Yeah. So, not bad. Macedon, had they not pushed up too quickly, maybe they could have consolidated their forces waiting for a different flank. Possibly. I don't think they did really anything too wrong. I think that was a good push, a good gamble. Who knew that they had 2 units of camels, right? Who knew? And these Spartans, oh my gosh, these Royal Spartans down to 36, still holding very strong. I mean, their base morale is insane. 213 kills. I mean, they're just going crazy. And then Saba obviously holding the next chokeholds here, doing very well, backing us up. Over here, looks like the Spartans have successfully thwarted off the invaders from this choke point. We're still battling in this one. And by the way, Wappa brought up his pikemen here to counter the other pikemen, which I don't know where they went. But yeah, these guys' backs are turned to us, which is weird. But yeah, he brought in his pikemen to counter the other pikemen as well as our skirmishing capabilities. So not bad at all. And then, yeah, Seleucids are getting desperate, so they're running in their cavalry, they're running in all of their infantry, and we're just holding. I mean, we got these Spartan pikes right here, we got my thorax swords, we got my silver shield swords, we got an archer unit for me. We're just holding this. This is an eventful battle. I really did not feel like when I was playing this it was going that fast. So, yeah, and obviously the pikes are going to do very well. So they only have 24, but, I mean, try to break through them. Try to break through them. Once we finish these guys up right here, we can easily move in and pressure the rest of the Seleucid units. Pergamon, they're waiting for their cavalry to get in here and get some opportunities. There's just nothing open to them, right? Which is great for us. Over here on the walls, so I did hold them for a this is so crazy how fast this is happening. So I did hold them for a very long time. They eventually kind of overwhelm at least my left flank here. So I run out these swords, which crazy they survived, very tired, and run up some heavy archers just to eat, whoever charges in first. Moved back my thorax swords, moved up my general, and moved up some archers right here, which are going to start skirmishing the right flank right here, which they are, spoiler alert, they're going to get a massive amount of kills, by the way. They're in the sweet spot, as you would say, as I would say. And yeah, if they need reinforcing, I mean, obviously my thorax swords are losing. They'll lose eventually. We still have 2 hoplite units up there. They're going to hold for a while my archers skirmish them. If we need these silver shields up there, we can bring them. If the left flank pushes down, which they are, we can either 1, counter them on the walls, or 2, counter them down here. My general, by the way, Royal Peltis, 62 melee attack, 36 weapon damage, and they have skirmishing capabilities. They are capable of dealing with these Akima, I don't know how to say, infantry units. So not too scared, doing very well on the left flank over here. And also, here's the Sparta. I mean, we got him here, bringing him up, reinforcing. I mean, I think we played this very well, and we used Sparta's strong suit. We used Sparta's hoplites. I should say Wappa used Sparta's hoplites to a high advantage for us. So, I mean, they're in here. The pikes are in here. And the pikes aren't in there too early, too late, right? I mean, they have skirmishing capabilities. They're getting shot at with arrows, but they're still doing very well. Where are they? 216 kills. Remember when they're at 14? I mean, and look, they're upgraded too, so they're just whacking these guys. They're whacking them. Right here is probably our only remaining weak point. However, we do have pikes here as well. No, I guess not weak right now at all, but we are against their pikemen. It would be different maybe if they have silver shield pikemen or something like that, But anyways, yeah, so we're still fighting. We're still holding strong. Just 1 reserve Royal Spartan unit here, kind of half depleted, holding that. Macedon just, I think, running in their troops here. They're pretty depleted, so they're like, hey, let's try it, right? So we got the warriors, we got the camels, and the camels should do very well. Oh, these are Royal Peltis. So Royal Peltis switch to swords? They do. Interesting. Yeah, so anyways, the cavalry here, the camels, should do very well into the swords, the Peltis, right, all that. As well as, they're getting skirmished by these arrow towers, which, oh, wow, it doesn't show you the kills. Sorry, that's Royal Peltis. Anyways, yeah, so Saba still have a lot of remaining troops, definitely able to hold off these Macedonian invaders. Over here, this is a good event of the battle. So I'm starting to throw spears back with these Ajima spears, in Peltis, I don't know what to call them. And anyways, I'm moving in a thorax sword unit on their flank. And Royal Peltis, by the way, they tank, they eat damage, and they can fight. which is why they're expensive, right? So they're gonna come in here after they throw all their ammo, and they're gonna meet my thorax swords to just collapse on these guys. Which, by the way, we're much. Oh my! Oh my! Oh my God! Did you see that guy? You just get like 7 spears in him and die. Holy man! Yeah, I don't rush in my general immediately. Mistake, but here he comes. Anyways, yeah, so spoiler alert, we do shred these guys. We shred them. Did move my 2 depleted units back up here to capture this tower, which is solid. That's awesome. And then we can obviously move down this wall and help reinforce. By the way, my Persian Hoplite unit, 44 kills. That's insane. Actually, it's not insane. We'll get to it by the end, but they're doing very well. They're they're basically low tier Hoplite unit, right? They're low tier. They're not really mid. And their cost is very low, obviously, which is I just thought, you know, I could use them for a wall, choke point, whatever. They're very cheap. So very proud of them for doing that. Awesome. And then skirmishing right here from that sweet zone I was talking about. I mean, do you remember? There's like 4 units of spears over here. So how many kills? 290 kills from these archers. Awesome. I wish my other archers did that. Down here we got these silver shields battling one of these the other spear units. Heroes of Sparta backing me up. Good to see that. But I think we are going to refocus on our other flank here. You know, Wappa, he is reforming his troops, his lines. Awesome. Good microing from him. And we're looking just to push this other front, which, by the way, they can't do anything against because we have these pikes. How many kills do I have? 216. We have these pikes that are just going to ruin their day. I mean, they're running out of ammunition, right? So, okay, these guys have some ammo. I would be shooting at the pikes immediately if I had ammo with any of these guys. But yeah, we're gonna move in and we're gonna start slaughtering them from this other direction. But I will say, to the Seleucids players' benefit, they played very well. They played slowly, methodically. They only used troops that were needed. They pushed us very well. It is unfortunate that they were into Sparta. I mean, literally unbreaking hoplites, pikes. I was supporting them with some swords, so it is unfortunate for them at the end of the day to push into such a unbreakable, probably the right word, Spartan hoplite force. Yep, and they have their pikes in here. Their pikes are not doing bad, actually. 140 kills, not bad at all. I don't know if we have our pikes in here. Royal, oh, yep, pikes right here. 62. Do they have, oh, they do. It's just hard to see their pikes. So they're in there as well, fighting them back. You know, pike v pike action right there. Obviously, this flank is weak, and they're going to be broken very, very soon. So they moved in their pikes, by the way. Full unit of pikes, full healthy unit of pikes, but they're against our full healthy unit of pikes, right? Yep, basically. And our other units. And our arrow tower. Over here, yes, so cleaned up. Probably should, oh, yeah. I guess it is fair to say, so the Macedonian player, he did just disconnect. I mean, he realized it was over, disconnected. So it auto routes your troops to the sea, to the ocean, which is why they're all the way over here, dying here. But yeah, so some people, you know, I mean, they realize it's over, and they don't fight to the death. They don't waste their time, which is fair. Like, I mean, they're long games. But at least they stayed for most of it. You know, that's something that I appreciate, at least. And yeah, so roll pelt is 40 out of 16, so they're very depleted. And so Saba is going to come out here, clean up with their camel cavalry, and, you know, eventually, obviously, once they break through all these guys, they can come over here and just shatter the rest of the Seleucid army. Which is funny because Seleucids, I mean, they've really attacked the main front, the main defensive front for our army, right? And they lasted the longest, so it shows you just kind of how, you know, playing methodically and slowly and steadily can really influence and affect your the outcome of the game, right? I think they played very well. Not to say that, like, Macedon didn't. I think Pergamon played okay, you know, to the best of their abilities. Obviously, they didn't break this wall, which was a huge shattering defeat for them, and affected their their assault here. I think that they should have just not attacked this front. Just never fight on the walls when you can avoid it. And they should have just moved their entire army to a different breach point over here with the Seleucids. Because obviously, I mean, we weren't holding too tightly. They can move all the way down here. They can fight on different fronts. Would have got a lot more cost efficiency out of their troops. Right here, by the way, so combat even, losing combat, and losing combat. So they're trying to break us here as a last-ditch effort. I mean, they're throwing swords at us. They're throwing pikemen. They're throwing everything that they can at us. I'm going to bring another sword unit over here just in case they do break. But we are shattering them on this other flank. I mean, we're throwing everything we can at this opposite flank to try and kill them. Yes, over here on the walls. Oh, by the way, let's check in. Oh, 103 kills from these Persian hoplites. Insane. They should not have that many kills, truly. That's awesome. That's really good for them. Silver Shields, 299 kills right now. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Fighting on the walls, right? Really, really good for us. So not bad at all. Just taking a good overview. Look and see if I miss anything. Macedon have 2 troops. Has 2 troops still. They're not really moving. Saba opts to ignore them. Kind of working up this flank here. And can get some brutal shots on, I mean, anything. Especially these Silver Shields. I mean, they're a strong unit. But they're swords, right? They're swords. They're going to get hit with these camels and they're going to get crushed. And then we have this right here. So, yep. Take a good look at what's going on here. And yeah, so I start... Oh, Saba. Nice. Bringing in some archers, which haven't been used that much. So 24 kills, 11 kills, 2 kills. Yeah, they haven't really been used too much. Which can definitely shatter any of these units as well. Yep. So let's just go back over here. It's going to be awesome. I mean, they're not even looking at him. They're like, you know, if this is real life, they'd be like, General, hey, are we gonna move? No, we're just gonna eat this. Not as satisfying as the infantry charges, but still, I mean, probably full unit. We're down. We're trickling down still. 73, 72. Oh, breaking already. Yeah, I imagine the morale is pretty depleted. Yep, mass routing. Oh, Saba's shooting them with more archer fire. They did break 2 of those hoplite / pikeman units. I still had a thorax sword unit here just to back them up, but that looks like it's going to be it, everybody. We did a successful siege defense. You know, Sparta very, very strong on defense. Was that fair? You know, you can argue either way. The attackers could definitely pick an OP attacking faction, but either way, not bad. Good, successful win for us. I did very well. Had a good number of kills. Saba, they did very well, you know, on their front, skirmishing with their cavalry where they could, using their axemen to stall the enemy, to fight the enemy. Not bad at all. And then Wappa using his hoplites in crucial choke points, right, to just fight and just outlast the enemy. 493 kills on the pikes, 413 kills on the pikes. That's insane. Archers could do, you know, probably more kills, but still not bad at all. Not bad when you have 400 kills on your pikes. For me, that one archer unit, 340 on that wall. That's crazy. Really good. And my Silver Shields, definitely use them to my advantage. Highly upgraded, highly efficient, highly effective. Other than that, the Thorax Swords units also did pretty well. Overall, pretty good. So we got Bud over here on Macedonia. Really good skirmishing kills, actually. Not bad at all. Hoplites did okay. I mean, they're mid-tier. Pelotas did pretty good. And then Thorax Swords did all right. And then I think, you know, a couple of these Theros Spears could have done better, but not horrible in the end. I don't think he played very poorly at all, is what I wanted to say. Seleucids, I think they played very well. They got the most kills on their side of, you know, attacking, and nothing really wrong to say about that. Good pike kills here, you know, just solid all around, like really good. And they're attacking like our main defensive front, so I got to give them props. And then Pergamon, unfortunate, they could not break that wall. They had to attack the wall. They could have moved their troops down but chose to attack the wall, and I'm actually very thankful for that, because if they had gotten in and skirmished me with all their troops, it would have been quite the battle. So, always battles are, tied to one or two decisive decisions, maybe three, four, whatever. There could be many, but I think Pergamon attacking the walls was a big disadvantage for them, especially being skirmish units. Right, they're not meant to fight the walls, so that was very good for us. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. Please leave me a like, comment, subscribe, and follow me for the next video. Thank you.